Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another book club video. So if you want to find out about Dorothy Koomson, Tell Me Your Secret, what I thought of it and what the next book is, then keep watching. So firstly, before I get into this video, Katie and I do owe you an apology because we did have a break over the summer. It kept getting to the point where we were like, right, okay, we need to film it, but both of us have 3 kids and things were just getting really challenging, and also sometimes it is quite hard to pick up and read a book over the summer holidays when you've got kids. Luckily I managed to get into it fairly quickly and I did read it early on, but we just struggled to sort of make ends meet, and I'm sorry if I've left any of you hanging. I did, however, give a little sneak preview as to what I am reading at the moment and what is actually the next book club book, but more on that one in a second because we're here for this one today. And I chose this time round and I am really pleased that I did, but we have the questions to go through as normal, so I'm going to crack on with those and let's talk about books, shall we? So as I mentioned earlier in the video, it's Dorothy Koomson's Tell Me Your Secret, and Dorothy Koomson is actually one of my most favourite authors. I really have a soft spot for her books, along with Kate Morton's books and a few other people as well. But every time she releases one I buy it and it's impulsive. I love to support her and what she does, and I just think she's a fantastic author. So the first question, which I've got on my phone, I hope you don't mind, is what did you think of the book? And I really enjoyed it. I read it very quickly and I think it was over 24 hours. I just couldn't put it down. I saw a window of opportunity and I went for it, and I just, you know, when you're just really hungrily reading it and you feel like the pages are burning in your fingertip because you just want to get to the next one so quickly, and I was just gripped. It's typically a thriller, as a lot of her books tend to be these days. She started off with like a different genre. It was kind of more mystery led or drama led, whereas she has moved into thrillers more and more now and she's fantastic at them. I just thought it was really good, and I also thought it was quite unusual. It was quite fast paced, it was quite gripping, it was quite, you know, like when you're watching something like Coronation Street or EastEnders. I say that like I watch soaps, I really don't, but you know when you hear people get really gripped with the storyline, and it was like that. It didn't take too long for me to warm to it or get into it. I just felt like I dived in head first and then I was very immersed in the story. Number 2, what did you think of the characters? I personally think that this is something that Dorothy Koomson does really well, because I didn't have a flipping clue who did it. And I normally always know. I always know, like I can work out a book and who done it, who the bad guy is. Like, I know you're a bad guy, we might only be on chapter 4, but I know it's you. But this time round I was stumped and I was just wandering around aimlessly throughout the book like, is it you? I don't know. She did it so well. The main character, I thought it was Peter that you pronounce it, but I think it might be Pieter. I don't actually know if it is Peter or that's your name, and you know, then please let me know and correct me down in the comments below. I'm ever so sorry. I thought that main character, she was fantastic, and that moved me on to number 3, who was your favourite character. And it obviously, like most of the time, we're kind of led down a path of having a favourite character, and it usually is like the main protagonist, like the leading lady of this book. I just loved how brave she was given what she'd been through. I also loved the fact that she was so like devoted to being a mother. She's a mother, this character, and I don't want to give too much away if you've not read it, but it's quite a difficult one. I think the best thing that I can do is read the blurb again, or at least the first bit anyway. So Peter, or Pieter, has a secret. 10 years ago, Pieter was kidnapped by a man calling himself the Blindfolder, who said he wouldn't kill her if she kept her eyes closed for 48 hours. She never told anyone what happened to her, vowing to move on with her life, but then the Blindfolder starts hunting down his past victims. Pieter, or Peter, realises she may finally be forced to tell her deepest secrets to stay alive. And then on the flip side of that, there is a policewoman who is trying to avenge mistakes that she may have made in the past. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I just thought like it was fantastic. It made me think of like that Birdcage film. I've not actually seen it, but I heard loads of hype about it, like Close Your Eyes, and it reminded me of that. So I felt like people would be quite gripped by that aspect of it anyway. And I thought it was just a really different way of writing a thriller. Like, I've never heard of anything like that before. And even when, because it flits through from modern day to the past, when you're reading it, even though you know she's alive, you still find yourself, when you're looking at the past events, thinking, is she going to make it? Is he going to hurt her? Like, what is actually going to happen here? And it was just fantastic to read. Question 4, what did you think the main themes of the book were? For me, it was, I think it was regret and truth and upbringing were the themes that I kept stumbling across a lot. Obviously the killer had issues themselves, and that kind of led into a program that I'm really enjoying watching at the moment called Mindhunter. I say at the moment, I've finished it, but it's all about the psyche behind serial killers and why they do what they do. Does their childhood impact them? Is it nature versus nurture? Things like that. So it kind of tied into things that I was already interested in or learning about, and I felt that that was like a key theme, like learning a little bit more about why this killer does what it does, rather than, like, I feel like a lot of books have that Scooby-Doo ending where it's like, oh, and I would have got away with it if it wasn't for those pesky kids, and it's very like basic reason, like, I just love to kill people or this, that and the other, whereas I feel like this was much deeper, and it really did go into the killer's thoughts and feelings and passions and things like that. And then obviously, like, somebody's truth, being able to trust people with the truth, and that kind of theme is really strong for me, but you can tell I'm struggling not to give too much away. Speaking about giving too much away, question number 5 is, what did you think of the ending? And I liked the ending. I felt like it gave me enough closure without me feeling like it was too obvious, because like I said, I didn't realise who the killer was. Like, let me know in the comments down below if you read it. Did you know? Because I didn't know, and I felt like I was shocked enough, but I found like it was resolved really well as well, and I didn't find myself going, oh, which is it tends to be my reaction to a lot of books, to be fair. But yeah, I thought it was really, really good. Question number 6, how did the book make you feel once you'd finished it? I feel like I keep leading into these questions. Like I said, I just really enjoyed it. I find myself recommending it to people. I find myself thinking, like, yeah, that was a really good way of spending my free time. That, like, entertained me. I thought it was really interesting. I wanted to talk to people about it, and it was really, really good. I really can recommend it. I thought it was fantastic. So question 7 is, how long did it take you to read? And like I said, it was under 24 hours. I think I got very, very lucky, considering that I had 3 children. Like, it doesn't always happen like that. Question number 8, would you recommend to a friend? And would I recommend to you? 100%. If you like thrillers, if you've read Dorothy Koomson's books before and you want something that is gripping, that is easy to read, that is not too full of like detective speak, it's a little bit more relatable, and it's very much from the victim's perspective, which we don't often see in thrillers because the victim is usually the person that's missing, then definitely give this a go. Question number 9, would you read another book from this author? Yes, and I've read all of her books, so I can say that quite confidently. And how many stars would you give this book out of 5? That's question number 10. I would say that I would give this 4.5 out of 5 stars, purely because I hold out a lot for 5, and like, I did think it was really, really good, but like, was it groundbreaking? Was it the sort of book that's going to be made into a movie and people will talk about it when I'm 80? Probably not. But was it a really good read? Did I really enjoy it? Do I like the author? Yes. But that's Dorothy Koomson, Tell Me Your Secret. That's that book. What's the next one? Gave you a sneak preview at the start of this video, but Katie and I have come up with this. I'm seeing this do the rounds a lot on social media. I saw this quite early on, and it's by Rosie Walsh, and it's called The Man Who Didn't Call. It's meant to be fantastic, and it's basically this. I'm going to read the blurb for you. So, imagine you meet a man, spend 7 glorious days together and fall in love, and it's mutual. You've never been so certain of anything. So when he leaves for a long boat holiday and promises to call from the airport, you have no cause to doubt him. But he doesn't call. Your friends tell you to forget him, but you know they're wrong. Something must have happened. There must be a reason for his silence. What do you do when you finally discover you're right? That there is a reason, and that reason is the one thing you didn't share with each other. The truth. Da, da, da. I am so excited to read this. Mark and I actually go away on Friday. We're going on a trip, and I don't know where I'm going. because he booked it for our anniversary back in January, so we celebrated 5 years together, and it's also to kind of like celebrate our 30th as well, because when we both turned 30, he's 32 now and I'm 31, I was pregnant with Stan, and we really didn't do anything because I was knackered. I couldn't like go out on a night out or drink or anything like that, or dance my heart out, because I was the size of a whale by the time I turned 30. So it's kind of like a thing for us to do, but the thought that I'm going somewhere, he has now told me that it's warm, so that's exciting. I'm going to pack a couple of books. This is the first one on my list, and I'm just going to immerse myself in reading. Like, if there are any moments where I can read, like even if it's just on the plane and we're out and about doing something, like I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, so who knows, but I'm definitely going to prioritize reading this, and I can't wait. I've like saved it up and I'm just really excited, so I hope you will join in. If you're struggling with funding or anything like that, like buying books or whatever, make sure you check out your local library first, because they always seem to have the latest books in, especially my library. And I know there are also like library apps, so it's always worthwhile like asking your local library if they have an app, and then you can like pre-order it on the app or reserve it and things like that as well. So I hope you'll join in. Let me know down in the comments down below what you thought of the last book, or also comment if you would like to enter to win this. All you need to do is like and comment and be subscribed both on my channel and on Katie's channel. You get a double chance of winning then, and we will be giving away a few copies to whoever is selected. If you are a winner, please keep on top of the comments, just so you know, because I try and notify people and sometimes people don't get back to me. So keep an eye out on the comments, because I will be contacting you if you have won, and I will be sending it to your address via Amazon. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you join in and have a lovely rest of your day, whatever you're up to. Bye!